The chicken suit is her favorite getup. She'll use any excuse to wear it. Her mission, simple and pure, to make people laugh.
In our busy, successful lives where we're running wide open, full throttle, so much of a race, let's bring the laughter in. Let's jump on the laugh track.
What pedestrians don't know, the woman inside the suit has a terminal illness. In fact, when Catherine Lawrence was told she was living on borrowed time, being funny became serious business.
I believe it in the power of laughter to my very essence. The truth is, I believe that laughter is helping save my life.
It began 20 years ago. She was juggling a career in corporate law with being a mom of 3 when she decided to quit law to pursue her dream, stand-up comedy.
His job was to speak about the road to success, and the poor young man said the road to sex.
She'd often get together with old friend Phyllis Ellis to go over her routines.
Excuse me, my phone is ringing. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah. No, I'll be right back to the crosswalk. Yeah, give me 5. It's lunch. I'm eating my banana.
She liked stand-up, but what really fascinated her was how humor could heal.
That's funny. Keep that. She was really looking at, what is the power of laughter? How does laughter change us? Is there healing elements to laughter? And she started to explore it in a more serious way. So I watched her sort of evolve, so laughter became kind of her brand.
She started giving workshops on how humor could benefit the workplace. She launched a company called Survival of the Funniest. Business was booming until she found out why she kept mysteriously running out of breath.
Catherine,
Hi.
how are you?
I'm good. How are you,
Good
Duncan?
to meet you. What?
This is Kevin. Duncan.
Kevin, how are you?
You wouldn't know it to see her now, but back in 2006, her doctor gave her some very bad news.
Can you say lymphangiomyomatosis?
Lymphangiomyomatosis.
Wow! First time, sorry to yell.
Is that good?
Yeah, you got it.
It's also known as LAM, a rare organ disease that occurs exclusively in women, usually in their 30s and 40s. In Catherine's case, it's caused hundreds of small cysts to form on her lungs.
So what happened for you when doctor says that for the first time?
Physically, you don't believe what they're saying. I felt perfectly great. I thought, oh, well, this is just an appointment, laughing away. and then he tells me I've got this, and I was pretty much probably in shock. The prognosis was you have 5 to 10 years to live. I was scared, sad, I was thinking about my kids a lot, because the youngest was 12.
She came here, her summer home, to process the news, and it's where she decided to practice what she preached. Laughter would be her best medicine.
Here's my laughter room.
Your laughter room.
There you go. Are you a card shark? Oh. That says, kiss my grass. I've given a lot of these away.
A room full of gag gifts. She packs them into laugh baskets, delivers them to those who need a pick-me-up. She believes this is critical to her health.
I was mindful of Viktor Frankl said laughter is the currency of hope.
And I had been speaking about the importance of laughter. So here you go, little Miss Laughter Lady. I mean, it's easy for you to say. Now it was, okay, let's just, take some of your own laughter medicine.
But laughter can't cure her. So, within months of her diagnosis, she launched Green Eggs and Lamb, an organization dedicated to funding scientific research into the disease.
I knew that Green Eggs and Lamb, my goal was to have it not exist. Like, it wasn't going to be it was not going to be required anymore. I didn't want to start a foundation and have paid staff and audits and all of that. I wanted every cent to go right into the labs.
Her first donation came on her birthday when she asked friends and family to donate to Lamb research in lieu of gifts. They surprised her, raising over $100,000. That's when she started reaching out to scientists. She invited 30 scientists from around the world to talk about Lamb, including Dr. Bill Stanford, a world-renowned stem cell researcher.
What do you think? Is Captain Bill? This would be good for him. Yeah, he's navigating. He's navigating the murky waters of Lamb research. Ship happens, Captain.
Dr. Stanford, now senior scientist and Canada Research Chair at Ottawa General, had never heard of Lamb before he met Catherine Lawrence.
I had received, emails about other diseases, but never from a patient, right? And never from a patient with a sense of humor sending me a basket of gag items, funny glasses and rubber chickens and things like that. So
what did you think when you got a basket full of rubber chickens?
Well, so either the person's crazy or they're really ingenious, to get my attention.
Did it get your attention?
Yeah, sure it did.
Thanks to funding from Green Eggs and Lamb, Stanford assembled a small team of scientists who, in a few short years, made several breakthroughs, including growing lamb-like cells that new drugs can be tested on. These breakthroughs give Stanford hope. A cure for Lamb may actually be found in his lifetime, now that other labs around the world are building on their successes.
It's kind of like a vaccine, like
Yes.
you use
Disease to trigger X.
Right.
It has the benefit of helping Y.
Exactly.
Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, no, that's exactly the idea.
And he marvels that it began with a patient who he now calls a friend.
A vivacious person, just living life to the fullest, and happened to have a disease, and wanted to be a part in finding the cure for the disease. Really wanted to taking a very active role. I mean, what patient actually starts to organize a symposium on the disease that they have?
But along with the laughter is an undercurrent of urgency for Catherine herself. This is a new addition to Catherine's daily life. Every day she does this to help oxygenate her lungs because her disease is progressing. She was given 10 years to live. She's past that now.
Was there a moment that it dawned on you of how sick your friend was?
Yeah, when she started pulling around an oxygen suitcase behind her, when I was waiting for her up at Simcoe, and she's walking up and she's got an oxygen suitcase and it's attached and she's walking toward me.
Because it's getting harder and harder to draw a simple breath, she's exploring more and more health options, such as Iyengar yoga. It helps open her airwaves. Acupuncture, too, to stimulate blood oxygen. She's also signed up for clinical trials of a drug called rapamycin. It's all helping slow the advance of Lamb, but not stopping it. She knows clock is ticking. Her children do too.
I want to be there for all their big milestones in their life. I want to be a grandmother. I'd always envisaged that for me. So I sort of had to, I guess grieve the possibility that that wasn't going to happen.
But she's not the type to dwell on her mortality. Instead, remains committed to fundraising for a cure. And word is spreading worldwide, including a surprise donation from England.
This is a scrapbook that my great-grandmother made.
Her family has always had a thing for the royal family. In her teens, Catherine went on a 3-month tall ship adventure sponsored by Prince Charles. This year, out of the blue, she received this letter from him, along with a donation for green eggs and lamb.
He said, "How marvelous that your experience on Operation Drake so inspired you and perhaps helped you somehow to cope with such unimaginable adversity."
And when you got this letter, what went through your head?
Well, I was just moved, and it just made me feel like, the energy of the universe is so incredible. Is that, life circles back to you. We are all connected. We're all connected. And it's just nice. Yeah. I don't know where that came from. Yeah, it's nice.
Joan Rivers once said, "Laughter sometimes comes out of very private tears." Catherine Lawrence's tears aren't hidden away. Not at all. She laughs so that the world laughs with her. Duncan McHugh, CBC News, Toronto.